Okay, everyone, welcome to the Las Vegas Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. You can use the Q&A button at any time to connect with our presenters. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. There are many more sessions happening, so please sign up for additional sessions. And this session is being recorded, so you will be able to go back within about a week to the site where you registered to find tonight's presentation. Our first college tonight is the University of San Diego.
Good evening, my name is Scott Yonner. I'm a senior mission counselor for the University of San Diego. I oversee the state of Nevada. So if any of you are seniors that will be applying, you can reach out to me directly. I will give you my information at the very end. As well, I will also shout out my information to get a hold of me. A little bit about the University of San Diego. We are a contemporary Catholic institution. About 40% of our students identify with the Catholic faith. The remainder of our students identify with a different faith background or no faith background at all. So you're not required to be Catholic to be able to have to go to our school. The only religious requirement we have is one lower division, one upper division religious theology study. That lower division is going to sort of tie in a Catholic history component. Upper division, you can take whatever we have. So I have a daughter who's a senior at the University of San Diego. Last year when she was doing her semester abroad in Ireland, she took Buddhism for her upper division. We don't require students to go to Mass or be a part of the campus ministry, but if you're looking for that component, we have a phenomenal campus ministry on campus, very engaged on our campus, but in our community as well. So we are a mid-sized institution. We have about 5,900 undergraduates, 2,900 graduate and law students on campus. Last year, our campus was ranked 6th most beautiful campus in the nation. If you've ever had the opportunity to walk on the campus, you'll know exactly why. Pictures just don't do it justice. We're also a liberal arts school. So that means that our core curriculum, our gen ed, is going to be a little bit more robust. Students are going to take, as we already spoke about, religion course, fine arts, philosophy, third semester competency of a second language. So it really sort of more of a broad-based gen ed requirement. As well, we offer 42 majors, of which the majority can also be minors. At USD, one thing that's unique about us is that regardless of the major you put on your application, everybody comes in undeclared. You have up to your 4th semester to declare your major, double major, major minor, major double minor, and you can still get the coursework to be able to graduate in 4 years. The only caveat to that is our engineering program. By design, it's a 4.5-year long program, and that's because our students will graduate with both a Bachelor of Arts and a Bachelor of Science. As well, our engineering program is ranked 13th in the nation. We also have amazing pre-professional advising programs if you're looking to do pre-med, pre-law, pre-dental, pre-veterinarian. This is just an additional pathway that gives you an additional advisor to walk with you over the course of the next 4 years to make sure that you're as competitive as an applicant when applying to graduate school as possible. Another great thing about USC is our class size. Our average class size is 22, and we cap our courses at 40. So you'll never be in a class larger than 40 students, which is great because it really allows you to be able to not only connect with your professors, but as well you're able to collaborate with your peers. My daughter's largest class, 3.5 years, has been 33, and her smallest class has been 12. She's really appreciated the fact that she is able to connect with those professors. As well, all of our classes are taught by professors, and all of our professors have weekly office hours, so they're very accessible to the students. In addition, we're also the youngest private institution in the top 100. We feel very proud of that fact. We feel like we've come a very long way in a very short period of time. As far as career life goes, we have over 180 clubs and organizations on campus, 17 Division I athletic programs, 30-plus club and intramural sports. We have 9 sororities, 9 fraternities, 30-plus multicultural organizations on campus, 65-plus honor and professional societies. So there really is something for everyone to be able to engage with the trail life. When it comes to living on campus, we do require students to live on campus for the first 2 years. The first year is going to be more of a residential life, dorm style. Housing, second year is apartment style. We do have housing available for years 3 and 4, but we really do. Most of our juniors and seniors will actually move off base or off campus, and they'll move over to Mission Bay, Pacific Beach area, sort of fondly known as the second USD campus. As well, I also want to highlight the opportunity to do undergrad research. Some of our majors like biology or life science and physical science, you're guaranteed a minimum of 100 hours of undergrad research. This is done with the lead professor if that research is published and the students are co-authored with it as well. So if you are on that pre-med, pre-dental, pre-health track, it really allows students to be able to be very competitive when applying to graduate school. In addition to that, we also have undergrad research opportunities for all of our other majors. When it comes to student life, I would probably say that the most distinctive quality of student life at USD is our designation as an Ashoka Changemaker campus. We're one of 45 campuses worldwide that has that designation. What it is that ongoing commitment to the key elements really that contribute to lasting and sustainable change, seen through social justice issues, social innovation, entrepreneurship, sustainability, global awareness. We find that the students who come to USD are really looking to engage and be a part of a community to be able to really address the issues in the world, to help bring resolution or solutions, engage in our community and everything else. So great opportunities. In regards to study abroad, we are ranked 10th or 5th in the nation when it comes to our study abroad participation. We have over 80 programs in 30 different countries. We opened up a USD campus in Madrid, Spain in 2014, which has been a very popular destination for our students as well. As far as the application process, we're Common App exclusive, regular decision December 15th. We don't have early action, we don't have early decision. Due to COVID, USD has made the decision this year that we are going to be test blind, which means that we will not be taking into consideration any test scores when it comes to merit, when it comes to admit decisions, as well as the honor program. And with that, I see as my time is heading up here. Here is my information. Scott Yoner is my name, syoner@sandiego.edu. I will also chat this, but I want to say thank you for taking time out of your schedule to listen to us present tonight, and I will turn this over to my colleague who will be taking over after me.
All right, thank you, Jackie. My name is April Crabtree. I am the Assistant Vice Provost for undergraduate admission at the University of San Francisco. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and it's my pleasure to talk to you tonight a little bit about USF. So a few things that you should know about us. And I'm going to keep this brief because I know that you're hearing a lot these days from colleges and universities. So the facts that you need to know to understand USF. The first is that USF is a medium-sized institution. We have about 6,600 undergraduate students who call this campus home. Classes still stay pretty small though. About 22 is your average class size, student-teacher ratio 13:1. And like my colleague before, I think this really gives you a sense of the kind of educational experience that you should be anticipating, the way that you're going to be expected to interact in the classroom. It's a lot of discussion-based learning, a lot of collaborative work, a lot of projects, learning how to be a good speaker, to be a good writer. All of those are going to be key pieces of your USF experience. And as you start to learn more about the University of San Francisco, there's three key themes that you're going to come up against over and over again. And the first one is our philosophy or the style of education. So we are a Jesuit Catholic institution. And what that means is that, that we really focus on issues of social justice, access, diversity, equity, the big questions that are really guiding our lives right now. Who is making decisions? How do we become decision makers? When you see a lot of our materials, you'll notice that we put change the world from here as our tagline. And that's the kind of student that's attracted to USF, somebody who wants to come in and, as our president says, to leave the university at graduation dissatisfied with the world the way that it is and wants it to be a better and different place. So when we talk about USF, these are the things that we're talking about. We're talking about that mindset. You do not need to be Catholic to come to the university. A little bit less than 30% of our students actually self-identify as Catholic. So very attractive to, I think, students from all backgrounds, from all faith traditions, spiritual traditions. The second key thing that you'll hear a lot about from us is diversity. We are the 5th most diverse institution in the country, something we're very proud of. And so we really believe that this is a way for you to do that deep engaged learning in the classroom, to be challenged, to think differently, and to learn what it means to be in a world that is different and to engage in those sorts of circles. So it's something that's really important to USF, and you're going to find elements of this infused in the curriculum and in the way that you experience your education. The third thing that's very important is the city of San Francisco itself. A lot of students are initially interested in USF because they like San Francisco. They like the idea of what it stands for. They like the innovation. They like the openness. They like the kind of vibe that San Francisco has. And I think that we are very good reflections of each other. When our students talk about their experiences, they talk interchangeably about being a USF student and being a San Franciscan. So when we talk about those sorts of pieces right there, that's what we mean. That's what's important to us. At the same time, time, though, while you get this fantastic urban experience in a truly innovative city, you also get an actual campus. We have a 55-acre campus that's located right in the middle of the city of San Francisco. This gives you easy access to anything that you want to experience in the city. The city is going to be part of your academic experience, your social experience, your personal experience, and your USF student ID is your bus pass. That's going to give you access to all the transportation you need to explore San Francisco to its fullest extent. Academically, we have 44 majors at USF and over 70 minors. Our most popular programs are biology, communication, computer science, international studies, psychology, management, and of course our nursing program. We also have some very interesting programs: architecture and community design, performing arts and social justice, critical diversity studies, data science, entrepreneurship and innovation. All of these are just ways that we are continuing to grow and evolve as a resident of San Francisco, at the university as a resident. So as you start to learn more about us, you're going to learn about how we're trying to bring all of these elements together. The other thing that's exciting at USF right now is that we are now recruiting for our second class of engineering students. Our engineering program has 3 concentrations: sustainable built environments, environmental engineering, and electrical computer engineering. So a truly unique program looking at interdisciplinary problems and solution-based learning as part of your curriculum. When we talk about student life, like I said, it's about being part of those 120 plus clubs and organizations. It's about being part of the cultural fabric that is the university, but it's also about being a San Franciscan as well. It's about experiencing all that has to offer you as well. Residing on campus, always a big question we get, always worth mentioning. Starting in fall 2021, we'll be able to guarantee housing for 2 years as we complete our new residence hall on campus. I know there's lots going on right now as we continue to assess the COVID-19 situation, but at this point, this is our plan to offer guaranteed housing for 2 years for students. Last things that you should walk away with, particularly if you're a senior thinking about applying: we're a common application school. That's the only way to apply for USF. And we are also test optional. This is our second year being test optional. So for all the folks out there wondering what that really means, optional does really mean optional. And what I challenge you to walk away with tonight is to remembering that when we're talking about optional, we mean the option is to add it, not to take it away. So try to, hopefully that will help with your stress just a little bit as you're trying to decide what to do with testing this year. We've also decided this particular year, as a response to the struggles that many students are experiencing with COVID-19, the letter of recommendation is now optional as well. So if you have that recommendation or 2 that you want to send in, please do. But if it's not something you feel like you can easily get, don't worry about it. It's not necessary to complete your application to the university. We are also accepting unofficial transcripts as well. We've heard from a lot of students saying they're having difficulty getting those official transcripts in. Deadlines coming up: November 1 for early action and early decision, January 15 for regular decision. So if you have any questions, please drop them in the Q&A. And otherwise, I'm going to turn it over to my colleague Charles at LMU.
Thank you so much. And our next college is Loyola Marymount University.
Good evening to everyone. My name is Charles Mason. I'm one of the Assistant Directors of Admissions. We're so pleased and happy that you're here this evening. We thank you very much for your interest in the university. Just want to show just a brief kind of video on the university and then talk about admissions and financial aid.
Charles, you can take over my screen.
Loyola Marymount University. We're located in Los Angeles, a private Jesuit university. Our student population is 6,638 students. The average
Charles,
class,
we still can't see your screen. If you want to share your screen.
okay. We are a private Jesuit university. The average class size, 19. Faculty-student ratio, 10:1. Jesuit university similar to the University of San Francisco, Santa Clara, Georgetown, Fordham, Marquette.
Okay, yeah, the screen isn't showing. Were you able to hit share screen?
Yeah, I was actually.
There you go.
Okay. Well, as I said, we are one of 28 Jesuit colleges and universities. The average class size, 19, faculty-student ratio, 10:1. At Loyola Marymount University, we pride ourselves on academic excellence, scholarship, leadership, and service. Located in a prime area of Los Angeles, known as the Silicon Beach area, surrounded by Google, YouTube, IMAX, many different major companies and corporations that allow for internship opportunities with our students. In terms of the admissions process, our average GPA last year was about a 3.9. The average SAT score, 1,300. Average ACT composite was 29. This year, we are test optional. So with that, meaning that it is entirely up to you if you decide to submit your test scores. In terms of our deadlines, November 1st, early action, early decision, regular decision, January 15th. So if you have questions at any point in time, you're welcome to go into the Q&A section. Be happy to address any of the questions that you have. I will turn it over now to Kathy Reed.
Hi there, my name is Amanda with the University of Oklahoma. If there's any issues with my screen sharing, if my fellow panelists will let me know, but hopefully you all are seeing the right picture and not the background side.
Your notes are actually showing, Amanda.
See, I knew that would happen, didn't I say that? Thank you, thank you. We'll redo. And now we're golden?
You're good.
All right, thank you so much. All right, like I said, my name is Amanda. I'm the Assistant Director for Admissions and Recruitment at the University of Oklahoma. I'm actually based in San Diego to best support our students who are here in the West. So I am your representative for Las Vegas. The OU campus is one of the most beautiful in the United States, which I didn't know going there. I also grew up out of state and ended up going to OU. So I was really shocked when I first walked on campus and saw how beautiful it was. We're very much a traditional residential walking campus. Students consistently tell me they pick OU for campus itself. Please scan the QR code on the following slides at any time to sign up for our mailing list and receive more information about OU. We are located in Norman, Oklahoma. Our students benefit from the proximity to the state capital of Oklahoma City. With easy airport access, our non-resident students easily get to us. Direct flights are offered from Vegas, and almost half of our student population comes from out of state. OKC offers great internship and job placement opportunities, as well as providing arts, culture opportunities, nightlife, and professional sports. While we are a large public Tier 1 research institution, we are proud to keep our class sizes small. We want to know our students by name, not by their student ID number. Our honors college is open to all majors and creates the small liberal arts feel within the context of our large research institution. Norman is a great college town focused on the college lifestyle. Between campus and Norman itself, there's always something going on for our students to be enjoying. We have over 170 different programs of study at OU, so there's something for everybody to be studying. We have the National Weather Center right on our campus, highly ranked performing arts, and a complete health science center campus. We really do have it all. When applying to OU, you can come in undecided and still finish in 4 years. In fact, most freshmen are in our university college, which is our freshman college, before officially declaring their major at the end of freshman year and moving into their degree granting school. I'm excited to announce that OU is test optional for the next 5 years for both admission and scholarship purposes. Our early action deadline is coming up on November 1st, and our final scholarship deadline is December 15th. You can apply to us 3 ways, either the Common App, the Coalition, or the OU application. You are applying for scholarship at the same time you're applying for admission to the university. It's all contained within that one application to keep it easy for you. As a graduate of the university, I personally know students from the West are coming because they're really finding their home at OU and enjoying the student experience. Great academics, a really involved student life, a beautiful campus, large Greek life experience, and numerous study abroad opportunities, just to name a few things. We do have our own campuses over in Arezzo, Italy, and in Puebla, Mexico, with other opportunities to get you to 200 different cities, 80 different countries to study abroad. So lots of great opportunities to get you to Oklahoma and then share you with the world as well. And then my favorite thing, of course, you can see in the background here is cheering our Sooners to victory. There are many students who know us because of Sports Center, and we're okay with that being the way that you found us, and we hope that we'll find you on our campus soon. We are open through Thanksgiving this year with very limited tours for our seniors only, and we will reopen come February. We are taking an extended winter break due to the COVID-19 situation, but everything is online virtually right now, and I'd love to schedule a one-on-one appointment with you. So please feel free to reach out. For our last presentation tonight, we're going to be staying in the Sooner State. We're going to head to Tulsa with Katie from the University of Tulsa. Thanks so much, everybody.
Thanks, Amanda. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys and we'll get started. Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Katie Reed. I'm the Director of Regional Admission at the University of Tulsa. We are a small private university located in the heart of Tulsa, Oklahoma. So right here, you can see our beautiful campus. It is a traditional, very green, self-contained college campus located just 3 miles from downtown Tulsa. Tulsa is the second largest city in the state. It's the only city in the state with its own ballet, symphony, opera, and orchestra. Lots of great live music coming through Tulsa, lots of festivals that happen year-round, over 100 parks in the city, and over 50 miles of hike and bike trails along the Arkansas River. So our students have easy access to all the fun things happening in a good medium-sized major city, but then a very vibrant student life on campus as well. So as I mentioned before, we are considered a small university because we're less than 5,000 students, 4,400 students total, and of that, about 3,300 are undergrads. So there is a very strong focus on undergrads on our campus. So that means that everything as far as research opportunities, study abroad, internships, so on and so forth are available to our students starting freshman year. You're not having to compete with grad students for those opportunities. We do have a very diverse student body. Students are coming from 43 different states in the country, and we also have a pretty large international population with about 15% of our student body coming from other countries, about 60 countries represented on campus. You will get a small classroom environment at Tulsa. So it's kind of an intimate learning environment where you actually get to interact with your peers and your professors in the classroom. It's an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So your professors really are getting to know you. They know you by name. You're not going to be in these giant lecture halls with over 200 students. So it's a great opportunity for you to get to know your professors and really get those hands-on learning experiences. We do have over 200 student clubs and organizations. Greek life on campus, about 20% of our students participate. We have vocal and instrumental music groups and 17 religious organizations on campus as well. So a lot to get involved with. We have 4 different undergraduate colleges on campus: Arts and Sciences, Business, Engineering and Natural Sciences, and our College of Health Sciences. But we're going to be best known for our STEM programs. So I'm going to focus a little bit on those. We have all of these engineering options that are listed here. We also have a lot of students come to us to do their pre-med track, pre-dental, pre-vet, pre-PT, and we have minors offered in all of these areas of study that you can see here. So there's a lot of flexibility at Tulsa to really tailor your education to be the best fit for you. So when you're applying for admission, you can actually choose any academic path that you'd like, any combination of our programs. You're never stuck in one specific department or even one college on campus. We encourage our students to kind of take an interdisciplinary approach to their studies to really make the best program for them. So we have a 97% job placement rate all across the board for our programs, but in many of our STEM disciplines, it's actually 100%. So for our mechanical engineering students, computer science, nursing, it's all 100% job placement rate. We're also very well known for our cybersecurity program on campus. Our cyber core program is the largest in the nation, and about 75% of those students go on to work for the CIA, NSA, Department of Defense, and NASA. So if you're interested in learning about cybersecurity and cyber defense, definitely check out the University of Tulsa. We're going to be one of the best schools in the nation for that. Okay, a little bit more about student success. I mentioned our job placement rate. Here are a few examples of some companies and organizations that our students get full-time internships with, and then also go on to work full-time with once they graduate. So we host over 4 internship fairs on our campus all throughout the academic year. And there are over 225 different companies and organizations that come onto our campus for our internship fairs to recruit our students because we have such a great reputation in these fields. And so our students are very sought after for these internships and full-time job opportunities. Oh, I forgot to mention, we are Division I athletics. So we're actually one of the smallest NCAA Division I football schools in the nation. So while you get the benefit of having the small classroom environment and really getting that attention from your professors, you're not giving up the excitement of the big D1 football games and basketball games. We actually have 17 D1 sports teams on campus, and all of those athletic events are free to our students. You just show your student ID and get in for free. A little bit about the application and scholarship process at Tulsa. We are on the Common Application. So if you guys are planning to apply for a number of out-of-state schools that use that application, I encourage you to apply via the Common App. It's just going to save you some time and energy. When you apply, you're considered for admission and merit-based scholarships at the same time. We are test optional this year, so we only require your application and your transcript. There are a few optional application materials as well, such as a letter of recommendation, doing an interview with me, and then you can also submit your test scores if you'd like, but they're not required. Our scholarship, oops, I did not mean to do that. Our scholarships range from about $12,000 to $29,000 automatically. And we also have some presidential scholarships that we offer. It's a full tuition scholarship, and it's good for all 4 years while you're at the University of Tulsa. We do award 30 of those every year, and you're eligible if you have over a 4.0. So I will actually put my screen back up really quick so you guys can see my contact information. My email is listed here, and as well as my phone number. So if you'd like to reach out to learn more about the University of Tulsa and schedule a Zoom meeting with me, you're welcome to do so, and I would love to meet with you. So thanks so much for coming tonight.
Thank you so much. We have a little extra time here, so I wondered if everyone might be willing to turn their cameras back on, and maybe we can do just a quick round robin. And the question that I'd love everyone to answer is, you know, what is a favorite tradition of yours at your school?
I'll go first. We have a giant bell on campus that actually used to live at the top of the very first building that was the University of Tulsa in 1894. That building is no longer standing, but when they tore it down, they preserved the bell that was living at the top of the building. So that bell now lives in kind of a central location on campus in Bayless Plaza. And there's a long-standing tradition for our students to go run immediately to the bell and ring the bell as loud as they can after they finish their last final exam. There's also a formal bell ringing ceremony after graduation. And there is also a superstition on campus that if you are a TU student and you go touch the bell before you have actually finished your last final exam, that you'll be doomed to never graduate. So
I'll go next. Amanda with the University of Oklahoma. My favorite thing, both as an incoming freshman and then as an upperclassman helping out, is our optional camp experience, which we call Camp Crimson. And it's 3 days, 2 nights, and we have incoming freshmen paired up in groups of about 20 to 25 with 3 upperclassmen who are teaching them all the OU traditions. And my favorite is teaching the incoming freshmen our OU chant and Boomer Sooner, which is one of the most repetitive college songs out there. So if you ever watch one of our games, you will learn very fast. You just say Boomer Sooner over and over again. But teaching students the OU chant, which is the more symbolic song, which is slower, I would tear up every year doing that, just welcoming that new class of freshmen coming in.
At the University of San Francisco, my favorite tradition is at midnight before classes start on the first day in the fall is the Howl. So there is a statue in front of the library of 2 wolves in a kettle. It's a very famous, very old story about the wolf and the kettle. And the students would all come together at midnight and they would howl right at midnight to get the academic year underway.
At USC, they have a superstition in Maher Hall, which is one of the original buildings. Our seal is there. And so the thought is that if you step on the seal, that you won't graduate in 4 years. So they make every effort to avoid the seal whenever walking into that building when it comes to that.
Well, I'll go next. At Loyola Marymount University, students will get together. If it's another student's birthday, students will get together, grab the person whose birthday it is, take them out in front of Foley Pond, sing happy birthday, and dump them into Foley Pond. The first time I saw this, it was quite exciting, but that has been a long tradition at LMU, to dump one of their fellow students into the pond, Foley Pond.
We have a little more time, so maybe just one more round robin. If maybe everyone might want to share just a piece of advice that they have for students going through the search process.
we can go in the same order this time, I guess. My main piece of advice would be to not be shy and really use your admissions counselors as resources. We are here for you to answer any and all questions that you have, and we truly do love to hear from you. So whether it's reaching out via email, calling us, texting us, scheduling a Zoom meeting with us, no question is a dumb question when you're going through the college search process. So just ask lots of questions, because that's going to be really helpful in finding the school that's going to be the best fit for you.
I would say to keep an open mind. Oklahoma was not on my list at all when I was going through the college search process. We don't need to say how many years, decades ago, but it wasn't a place that I had ever even considered. I wasn't born in the area. We had no affiliations to Oklahoma. And I thought, why would I ever go to school in Oklahoma? And then it took just an unofficial visit walking around campus once. And I thought, oh, this is what college is supposed to look and feel like. And I wouldn't have had that experience if I had kept to, these are the names that I know, and these are the opportunities I want, and thinking about wanting to stay in state, which were all the things that I thought. And then I went out of state and looked at this school and completely fell in love, which then changed the trajectory, of course, of my life. So definitely keep your mind open, and you don't have to go wherever your parents want, because it is not your parents' college experience.
I'm sorry, I was trying to remember who went next, so I think it was me. You know, I think my advice to everyone is to remember that to take advantage and to celebrate the little moments that you're in. I know there's this great big rush for those of you, particularly seniors. You know, you want to get to the finish line, you want to get to graduation, you want to get on to this next thing, but make sure that you take the time to slow down and enjoy the moments, whether they're good ones or bad ones, as you go along. And I think the other thing that I would hope for you this year is that in this year more than any other is to give yourself a little grace, to be compassionate to yourself and to be a little forgiving of yourself and of others. We know there's going to be good days. We know there's going to be bad days, and to experience all of those as they come, and to know that there are many moments awaiting you, but don't rush through them. Try to appreciate each one as you go and be thankful for the moment that you're in.
Great. And I would definitely second what April said as far as just making the most and enjoying the ride. I would think if possible, as you guys are sort of looking out, if you are able to, in the spring, if we open up, to visit a campus, to walk on that campus, to Amanda's point of walking on the campus is your best understanding of, you know, is it too big? Is it too small? If you can't get out of where you're at, go to the local universities and colleges, walk on those. Are they a good fit for you size-wise, location-wise, to be able to identify? Because really for you guys, it's about you figuring out what school's going to be the best fit for you. Where you see yourself flourishing, where you see yourself really having that college experience. I know one of our tour guides always says, she goes, you know, as she was going through the college process, she's like, look, if my major was taken away from me today and I could no longer take this major at the school I am looking to go to attend, would I still be going to that school? There needs to be more than just a major keeping you there. So really find those things where you're going to build your community, feel connected. Think of the opportunities that you have as you sort of go through this process over the next several months. And I wish you the best.
More than likely, we haven't met for the students who are looking. But I know you. You're scholars, you're leaders, you're amazing. You have a gift and a talent for the world. Don't be overwhelmed. There's great things ahead for you, without question. Don't be afraid to ask for help. We all need help. Those of us who work in admissions, we love working with students. We work for you. Ask us questions. You don't bother us. We won't get tired of you, I promise you. Ask questions, get help, be inspired. Your greatness is yet to come. You will make a difference in the world. Stay focused, stay inspired. The world needs you.
Thank you, everyone. And so to wrap up here, thank you all for joining us. So you know, when you close out your window, you will get a quick 4-question survey. Please fill that out to help us out. You can sign up for more sessions, and those will be available at the website where you signed up for this, as well as a recording, which will be available in about a week. So please check back there. And again, thank you to all of our colleges, and thank you for attending. Have a wonderful evening.